You number on the line or by the line 10 times. When you're cutting, you don't want to have your hand over where the pencil line where you're going to cutting, because that's going to cut your hand. So you're going to have one hand on each side. You're going to go straight in, straight out. When you cut, you don't want to cut past the pattern line. So still see the pattern line stop before you get to the pattern line when you're cutting. So you just push it straight in. Stop before you get to the pattern line. Pull it straight out. Even if you miss the line. This one I missed it too. Try to cut right on the line, stop before the pattern, but if you miss the line, that's fine. Just go straight and then stop. When you have corners, those are important that you try to stop right where you get to that corner. The on-off switch are right in front of you. The one on top is on, the one on bottom is off. This next step, you're not going to put in the vise, you're going to clamp it to the table. When you clamp it to the table, I'm going to cut here, so I don't want to clamp it so the cuts are over the table. I want to have them off the table, so I'm going to put one clamp here. Clamp it to the table. Also, you want to get a small stool. I'm going to cut this way. So, why I need to know that is there's a left cutting coping saw and a right cutting coping saw. How you can tell the difference when they're out of the box is the left one has a piece of tape on it, right one does not. The reason these are left and right, the saw blade is facing a certain way, so I'm going to cut this way. Makes it easier if you're sitting down instead of standing up when you do this step. When you cut, you want to try to save the line. You're going to start here. Keep this straight up and down. What people are going to do is they're going to have it at an angle like this, and it makes the next step harder. So have it so this is pointing straight up to the ceiling. You don't want that pointing away from you. Have it straight up to the ceiling. Takes a little while to get a hang of it. Then from the corner I'm going to cut curves, so I'm going to try to keep it away from the line. And as I'm cutting, I'm going to slowly turn it to follow the curve. And what I don't want is chunks of wood on the ground, so as you cut them, pick them up. So you want to cut all 10. But when you do this, you don't want a loose handle. The handle will become loose as you cut it. If it's loose, how you tighten is you want to hold this metal piece right here and turn this to the right. You can't figure out how to tighten it, give it to me. Corner's a little hard, you just try to get it as close as you can to the line and turn it the opposite way. Next step is we want to sand and file this with the mama rasp. We haven't used this rasp yet. If you use it wrong though, it's going to ruin your project. So notice how I file. You don't want to file from side to side because that will chip. What we're trying to do is get rid of the cuts that were made by the jigsaw. To do that, you file this way, not this way. So have it at an angle. You file till you get them all down. So you don't see that slash anymore. Then it's going to be really rough. Then you wrap your sandpaper around one that is smooth. So file. Then get one of the smooth ones, and that will smooth it. Then to get it really smooth, get your sandpaper, or if you lost it, one of these, and sand it. Once you've done all one side, show me, and if it looks good, I will say number 10 again, and you're just going to repeat this until you're all done.